Hi, Jagpreet. Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your next essays. Absolutely lovely to hear from you again. Well done working so hard, and thank you for your lovely corrections. So these days, more fathers stay at home and take care of their children while mothers go out for the work. There's two sides of this, aren't there? It's one of these IELTS questions that has two questions inside it. What could be the reason is one half, and then is it positive or negative is the other half. So we need to make sure we're looking at both of these, okay? Right. So nowadays, more wives take up jobs while husbands remain at home to look after the children. Okay, I think you need a bit more on this sentence. The intro feels a little bit short to me. It is common for more wives to take up jobs and look after children because, give me a something. You say this essay will discuss reasons as well as its productive growth. Yeah, a growth on the growth for the economy, maybe, using examples. So I think this is what we were talking about before, about expanding and pushing yourself. Okay, so I think you need something extra there, and I think you need something extra there. Because women are more qualified, jobs are more available. You've talked about education, so more women have the relevant qualifications, and the men are happy about it. They don't mind, which is very different from how it used to be. So a bit more on that intro, yeah? According to experts, to obtain a quality job, education is required. Now, what kind of education? Again, expand. Okay, a full and broad education is required. Okay, this is because to work at professional positions, so you either work at professional levels or work in a professional position. The most important skill needed is knowledge, which can be obtained through schooling. Excellent. Through maybe sufficient high level. So you can see what I'm adding in here is adjectives. Now, don't forget adjectives. A lot of people forget adjectives in these IELTS essays. They are incredibly important. Not only do they get you marks for vocab, which is what you're after, okay? They also help develop it. So it's not just any schooling. They have to have sufficient, though enough, and high-level schooling. For instance, a 2019 stat report stated that Indian families send their daughters to high schools and universities rather than, that today or over the past 10 years. And then if you have over the past 10 years, you could add some more fancy grammar in here. If you have over the past 10 years, you could have sent. So you're using the present perfect because it was not finished, it's continuing. So have sent their daughters to schools rather than preparing them for marriage and home management, which has increased, not grown, the working women's population by 80%. Fabulous. Love the example there, but I would just add that extra grammar to show the examiner you're confident on the grammar. Better for qualifications to encourage women to take up professional jobs. Yes. We wouldn't say take up. We want a better word than that. You could have embark on professional careers. Yeah. So again, thinking of high-level vocab here. And become the breadwinners from the families. Okay, really nice. Like that paragraph. Good work. The evolution of having more women. So all you're comparing now to what it was. It's a sort of unspoken comparison here. At the workplace is constructive. Can we join this together as having a diverse or a more diverse environment in companies increases profits as females bring in feminine skills like empathy, intuition, optimism, which are important for a firm's reputation, excellent, and customer service. Really interesting, fabulous vocab there. You see, that's such a good sentence. Absolutely lovely. Really like that. For example, as per Neural, yeah. Tech giant AMD's market value reached record high of, you need a record high, watch out on these little articles, okay? These little grammar mistakes are very little, but when you do them more than once, you start losing a lot of marks. So be very careful on those little grammar mistakes. You can have one of them, but you can't have more than that. As a new CEO. Furthermore, an additional benefit to this, of this is that women's empowerment has brought it. I'd use a present perfect there. Just to mix up the tenses, has brought gender equality to society. Yeah, good point. Consequently, that women, when provided with opportunities to make their presence effective. Really nice. That's a super paragraph. Very lovely writing there. It can be said that the advantages of women's involvement in jobs outside their homes have significantly more positive impacts than being a caretaker. Good. It is predicted that there will be, it is predicted there will be an increase in the number of females in offices. I think you need a tiny bit more as this trend is better understood. Yeah. I always think that little last sentence, you just need a little bit more on the end, like a little reason why. So really impressed with that. Just that intro is a bit weak, but this is really solid writing. Very, very good. How are you doing on time? Just interested to know if you could do this in 40 minutes, which is fantastic. Is it taking you a bit longer? Really impressive. Lovely writing. Good for you. So you've recently moved. So this is a formal letter. So here, dear sir or madam, not dear manager. Always on the formal letter, dear sir or madam. I contacted your branch office in Toronto to book a moving truck last week. They arrived at my rented property yesterday to pack my items that were to me moved. Ooh, that were to be moved. Pack my household items that were to be moved. Oh, I like how you're putting in the grammar in there. They were to be moved to a new house, which is 40k away. While they were wrapping articles, I noticed they were not using enough packaging foam. I asked them to add the assured move safe delivery. However, as we reached the new place, you just reach the new. I saw my most valuable glass flower vase shattered. I'm very disappointed with your service. I'd like to file a complaint. Who were assigned to me my... Well done. Wow. I urge you to hire proper staff and get them trained frequently. I put this first. It doesn't matter because it's all fantastic. I love it. But just out of... This flows better from here. The amount of damage was high. So I suggest... So therefore, how? Watch out. Read this through. Therefore, I suggest I be given a full refund within the next week. Okay. Additionally, so here I think this comes better at the end. Yeah, I urge you to hire proper staff and get them trained frequently. That not quite, a little bit informal. So I attach or enclose my full bank details below. Okay, and now be careful here because if you have dear sir or madam, you absolutely must have yours faithfully. So the endings are really important. That's something that the examiner will 100% look at first. Okay, these must match up on this kind of letter. Very good whole surname. That's fantastic. Well done. Super good work there again. Really nice. Have a lovely weekend and keep on going. You're doing great.